Hey guys, this is what I realized recently. You cannot stand still. You have to be growing yourself, okay? So the moment you are not doing your activities that you're meant to be doing for growth is the moment you go ahead and start growing, okay? Whether that be writing, reading, socializing, sending messages, learning something. You have to be constantly learning something about your life. So the more you learn, the more you'll shed the ego. Okay, everyone's got an ego. I have an ego. So the only way I can overcome the ego is to keep learning more about myself. There was a time I didn't want to work. There was a time I was hanging around with drug addicts. I was surrounding myself around people who were going downhill. Okay? And I need to surround myself always with people who are inspirational, who are posting content online, going to those places and visiting those people who are more like me. I need to surround myself around people who have the same common interests as me. So I have to socialize with people based on those common interests that I have with those people. So I met a guy recently and his name's John. And you have to realize his common interest is God. So with him, I talk about God with. You understand? I talk God with him. Okay? I talk about the Bible with him. So my friend Kurt, he's more around poker. You understand? I more talk to him about poker. So whenever I feel like going poker, I message Kurt and I ask him, is he going? You understand? Or my friend John. My friend John is more socializing, okay? So we form a common interest around socializing. You understand? So whenever I feel like talking to John, I call him or I send him a message to socialize. Because that's our common interest. Also, if I message my dad, it's more about his common interests, either around gambling or I message him around daily life, around the common interests of what he's interested about. So hence, only ever talk about what other people are interested about. Okay? So if you go seminars, then you're much more likely to be one of those people who wants to be someone like somebody at the seminar. Someone giving a talk or a public speaker. So if you're a public speaker, you would go seminars, for example, to hang around people who are around leadership and who are around that opportunity so that you can connect and so that you can get friends from it and so that you can also engage with people but also learn something in the process. So if I'm a writer, I have to go places just to write where people are going to write. You understand? So, for example, if people are vegan and I'm a vegan, I have to go where people are vegan. If I want to find a woman who's vegan, I need to go places where vegan people are. You understand? So if I'm into dating, then I need to go around women who want to date. You understand? Because not everybody's for you. You understand? So you have to realize that I realized something recently, that the woman of my dreams is closer to me than further from me. Okay? The woman I surround myself with in daily life is the woman that more so becomes somebody of interest. Okay, so if you're interested in a woman or a man, you have to go where they go. And you have to be in their presence. And the longer you are in their presence and socializing with them, the more of a common interest you guys have to be connected, but also you find yourself actually marrying that person because they're always around you. But if you're never in the woman's face or if you're never in the guy's face that you are interested about, then they will never be interested in you. You understand? So if it's got to do with online things, then online is as far as it goes. You understand? You have to realize that with online, if you're interested in someone, you have to keep messaging them to be in their face. But if you go where they go, but don't tell them that you're going where they go, make sure you understand something. You have to join communities, okay? You have to join a community of people, for example, and you have to realize something, that the whole point is to engage these people and find the one that works for you. You understand? So you have to play a game. You have to be playful. If you don't look playful in life with people, if you look like you're old, like you're rusty, like you're about to die, then a woman's not going to be interested in you and a man won't be interested in you. In a sense, so find the people that you are hanging out with. Who do you want to hang out with? Okay? People's interests in life are different. Okay? People share different common goals as they go around life. So you have to realize you need to hang around with people who you want to become. Okay? So if you hang out with God, you'll become more like God. Do you understand? So where do you go? If you're hanging out with God, then you go where people or God's people go. To the church. You understand? If you want to connect more with God, then you have to go to church every single Saturday or Sunday. Okay? You have to realize something, that if you're not joining communities, okay, and if you're not building friendships with people, then you have to start socializing with people to get into their face, and the more you get into their face, the more they'll like you. Okay? People like people who are around them. Okay? And now if you're with someone much more often, they're more likely to be in your tribe. Okay? But if you're not hanging out with anybody, then nobody wants to hang out with you. Have you found that out already? You have to realize something, that you can only hang out with people where you go. If you go to that place, you will hang out with the people who are in that place. If you hang out with old people, you'll become more like them. If you hang out with people who are drug addicts, you'll become more like a drug addict. You need to realize, you need to protect yourself at all times, okay? That means, listen to me. You have to realize, you need to go the distance. You need to start making yourself go around people who are more like you. You understand? So you have to figure out, what are your common interests? What are you interested about? So for example, me, I'm a vegan. I write, I read, I go seminars. Okay? I like to public speak. Okay? I like to DJ. And I like to produce music. And I like the Bible of Jesus Christ. So what does that mean? What are my opportunities here? So if I'm going to find a girlfriend, it's going to be in those common interests for me. So she's either going to be a DJ, or a vegan, or she's going to be a public speaker, or she's going to be a writer, or she's going to be someone who's a DJ, or she's going to be someone who goes seminars, or she's going to be someone who is vegan, and stuff like that. You understand? Because those are my interests. So what my interests are and what my goals are, for example, and what I am in life is what I attract. In a sense, so if I become someone who is a gymnast, then I might meet as well a girl who's also going to the gym. So whatever I do in life, okay, is who I attract in my life. If we share no common interests with each other, if we don't share the same goals, if we don't share the same interests, okay, then we are not going to connect. Okay? So You have to realize not everyone's for you, and not every woman or man's for you. Everyone's different. Some people like to do drugs. I'm not into drugs, so I don't hang out with people who do drugs. Okay? If I'm not a smoker of a cigarette, okay, then why would I hang out with smokers? Do you understand? Why would I go and hang around with people who smoke cigarettes if I'm not a smoker? So you have to realize that my girlfriend looks more like me. You understand? So what I am today is more the woman of my dreams. Do you understand? You have to realize that there is a person out there who's more like me. Okay? So if she's not working 9 to 5, listen, if I'm not working 9 to 5, then she's not working 9 to 5. Do you understand? So, for example, I attract what I am. So the more I step up in life, the more of a woman I'll find who's more on my level. Do you understand? You have to realize that I am what I attract. So the better I get in life, the better my habits, and the better my status, the more I'll find a woman who has a similar status to me. You understand? So if I have level 6 status, then I'll find a woman who has a level 6 status. I attract my own frequency back to me. I actually shop around and I read from people who I want to be much more wiser about, but I also am always attracting people into my life who are more like me. Do you understand? So you have to realize something. If I earn $1,000 a week, then I'll probably find a woman who earns $1,000 a week. Do you understand? So the more I step up my game, the more a woman has to step up their game. Do you understand? Because if I'm growing and she's dying, then we can go further apart. But if we're both growing at the same time, if we're both growing at our own individual level, and we're still growing, then we can still be together because we're still growing. But as soon as one person in the relationship doesn't grow, okay, or stops growing, then that relationship is soon to not work out. You have to realize you are more like someone who you are attracting. You are attracting your persona. You are attracting everything about you, okay? You're trying to get to higher stages in life, and because you're trying to get to higher stages in life, you're growing. But who you are currently is which woman is right for you, okay? So you have to realize that the woman of my dreams looks more like me, okay? And that's all it is. The woman of your dreams, the man of your dreams, looks more like you. If you're level 7, you will find a level 7. If you're a level 8, you find a level 8. You find more of those who vibe with you, and those people who vibe with you stick around with you. Do you understand? If they're not in your life, okay, if they're not in your life, then they don't vibe with you. Do you understand me? So what do? You keep making new friends, okay? You need to get around people. You need to feel confident about yourself, that you look good. You have to feel confident about yourself, that you can grow in front of people, and that you can socialize in front of people, and that you can teach people something or share your knowledge with them. Okay? But if you don't feel content and happy with who you are, then you have to do something about it. Okay? If you're not happy with the position you're currently in, you need to grow, okay? And get to the position that you feel you are worthy to be in, okay? So that means that if you're a smoker but you're unhappy with smoking, you quit smoking to become a better version of you. If you're vaping, you quit vaping because that means you'll become a better version of you. If you're drinking black tea or caffeine, then don't drink black tea or caffeine so that you can be a better version of you. You understand? So you have to realize that I am more what I attract. Okay? And everyone attracts different types of people to their life based on their own interests. Okay? If you're a tradesman, you'll probably find a woman who's a tradesman. You understand? If you own a company, then you're more likely to meet a woman who owns her own company in life. You are more likely to attract what you are. So, am I happy with the woman I'm attracting in my life right now? I can do better. You understand? Now, if this was the end all be all and I had to be with a woman who's more like me at the moment, then I realize we would still be growing. You understand? We would still be growing. You understand? So it's all good. I can meet a person like me, for example. I can meet a woman who's more on my level, and we can grow together, and it's all good. You understand? But we have to overcome our demons. Okay? We have to work on ourselves a lot. Every single day, working on ourselves as much as possible so that we can become the best version of ourselves. You understand? That's what it's all about. And the better version you become of yourself, the better version you'll find in life. You understand?